Good evening and welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Lawrence Scott, and tonight the NBA crowned a new king. An East Bay native chasing a championship for years gets one tonight, and it was another thriller. Tempers flaring in South Beach, pushing and shoving. Just part of a tough-fought game in this final series between Dallas and Miami. Also, we go in-depth on the Warriors' move this week, bringing Mark Jackson to the Bay Area. We hear from Golden State's new head coach, who is calling the NBA Finals tonight in Miami. Plus, the Giants are heading out on a very short 3-game road trip to Arizona this week. But first, some unfinished business with the Reds tonight. The action from China Basin in moments. But first tonight, the Heat did not want to flame out at home in this rematch of the 06 Finals with reloaded teams. While a former Cal Bear was hoping for some long overdue glory. This really was do or die for LeBron James and the Heat, trying to force a Game 7. Jason Kidd had been in the finals twice before with the Nets. This time, the time was now, and he helps deliver 3 of his 9 points to go with 8 assists. Dwayne Wade able to work some magic in the finals the first time these two met. 17 points tonight, while teammate LeBron James had a team-high 21 points. But down the stretch, Dirk Nowitzki was playing with tremendous purpose. 21 points on the evening to go with Jason Terry's game-high 27 points off the bench. It was a night to remember for the Mavs, their owner Mark Cuban, and this scene that you will see. Dirk, too emotional as he leaves the court. 105-95 the final. Nowitzki named the finals MVP. The Mavericks win their first NBA title. And for East Bay native Jason Kidd, it's a dream finally come true.
I just can't believe the journey. You know, the journey, the character of my teammates telling me they want to give me a championship. And tonight they came out and played well. I came here twice, this being my 3rd time, so the 3rd time was a lucky charm.
You know, the whole world was telling us we were the one and done boys, that we were going to get knocked out in the first round. But this team has so much heart, so much determination, and so much fortitude that, you know what, I love every one of them.
All right, the preseason hoopla with the Heat and their big 3. Unfulfilled, at least this season. When you're the champs, you get your share of primetime placements. The Giants on national TV tonight in a Sunday night game, a beautiful night at the ballpark, and shadows playing a role for a while. Jonathan Sanchez starting for the Giants. A bit all over the place with his last outing and gotten some jams. Scott Rowland picking up an RBI double to get the scoring started. Joey Votto coming home, and the Reds added one more also in the 4th inning. But then the Giants and Aubrey Huff started chipping away. Bottom 4, his RBI double down the line. It scores Nate Shearholtz, who's just flying. Then in the 7th, having already taken the lead, Huff Daddy strikes again. He singles home Andres Torres. The Giants splitting the 4-game series with the Reds after Brian Wilson comes in for the 9th to pick up his 18th save. This one goes 4-2 to the Giants as they rally to beat Cincinnati tonight. All right, some Giants notes. With the win, the team improves to 37-29. Aubrey Huff, nice night. 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. And the Giants remain in first place by 1 game over Arizona. And guess what? Next up, the Diamondbacks on Tuesday. The Giants opening a 3-game series in the desert. Unfortunately, the injuries keep mounting for the Giants, especially in the infield. Friday night, second baseman Freddie Sanchez dislocated his right shoulder, putting the Giants' leading hitter on the disabled list. He was batting .289, tops the team with 4 homers and 24 runs batted in thus far. Free agent utility man Bill Hall, most recently with Houston, was signed to help the Giants in the meantime. All right, nothing is coming easy right now for the Oakland A's. Wins are few and far between, and the calls aren't going Oakland's way either. One glaring example today, wrapping up their series in Chicago against the White Sox. Bay Area native Bob Melvin coming home with the team tonight, but first, he got to see Adam Dunn crush a 3-run homer of A's starter Guillermo Moscoso. You know, on the other broadcast, you can hear Hawk Harrelson right now bellowing, "You put it on the board." Anyway, Chicago's 2-run lead in the 4th was erased by Oakland. Scott Sizemore, he ties it up with a solo shot to left. That's why you bring the glove there. But in the bottom frame, Sizemore wishes he could have this one back. The error on a ball hit by former Stanford Cardinal Carlos Quentin, giving the White Sox the lead again. Yet the A's make it a 1-run game in the 9th, and Coco Crisp trying to help tie it again. He does not get the tie at first base, usually given to the runner. The final out, full of controversy that no one on the A's side can really believe. But even when you've lost 12 of your last 13 games, one more still stings. 5-4. Chicago takes it. A's notes. With the loss, the A's fall 11 games under 500. Yikes. Jamal Weeks has gotten off to a nice start. Day 1 for 4 with an RBI. He's batting .333 since being called up. In the AL West, the A's find themselves now 8 games behind the Texas Rangers. Tuesday, they're back home to take on the Kansas City Royals. You know, Moneyball has become highly devalued. The A's have not seen a return on their investments, and this week said goodbye to the old money manager in the middle of his 5th season with Oakland. The A's firing Bob Guerin, his friend and boss, General Manager Billy Beane, really had no other choice. The team has underperformed, and the 9 straight losses leading up to his dismissal simply the trigger. This goes deeper than just the past several weeks. The A's have had the 6th lowest winning percentage in the majors since '07 when Guerin became the manager. His replacement is the first Bay Area native since Billy Martin to manage the A's. Bob Melvin was born in Palo Alto, went to high school at Menlo Atherton, then played his college ball at Cal. As a major leaguer, the Giants were his 2nd stop in a 9-year career as a catcher with 7 teams. As a manager, he's been with the Mariners, then the Diamondbacks, and now is leading Oakland as the interim manager.
I have to adapt to the players more so than they adapt to me. But one thing I can tell you is there's going to be energy, there's going to be passion for what they do, and we're going to play hard for 27 outs. I know that's a cliche and that's hurt a lot, but that's the type of style that this team needs to play, and that's the type of style we will play.
That's not in the handbook, you know, replacing a manager in the middle of the season. So it's new for me. It's, I believe, new for Bob, too. So we're sort of learning on the run here a little bit.
For me, there's added significance, obviously. You know, one, this is my 3rd managerial job, but coming home to a place where I grew up, went to grammar school, high school, went to the University of California, played for the Giants, and understand the history of all these organizations, especially this organization, really is a dream come true. This doesn't happen very often in baseball, where you literally get to come home in the capacity that I do.
You heard the cell phone feedback, a little more technology. A few weeks ago, we saw a viral video getting passed around the web with the Tampa Bay Rays' Evan Longoria catching a line drive barehanded. It was aided by computer graphics. But this today is all real. One of the best plays in baseball this weekend. The Rays in Baltimore, and Longoria hits one to center. It fools Adam Jones, and it ends up rolling to the track. Longoria with long strides. He gets waved home. The play at the plate, it's pretty close, but in the end, it's a 2-run inside the park home run, which helps carry Tampa Bay to a win over the Orioles in a tight AL East race. In Minnesota, the Twins hosting the Texas Rangers, and Francisco Liriano has already gotten a no-hitter this season, going for his 2nd of the season. He had 9 strikeouts, and the unspoken lasted through the 7th inning. He was 6 outs away from the no-hitter, but in the 8th inning, the Rangers' Adrian Beltre breaks it up with a single. Nonetheless, a dominant effort in a 6-1 Twins victory. Liriano happens to be 4-6 on the season after picking up the win today. All right, let's turn to football. 49ers and Raiders during the lockout. It's taking some unconventional measures for the players to be players, but they're taking matters into their own hands.
The 49ers player-run practices this week at San Jose State bring up 2 related questions. 1, what really gets done without coaches? And 2, if it's a lot, then shouldn't the coaches be concerned? That aside, a couple of things seem to stand out this week. The lockout doesn't have a dress code, and the players have taken a good deal of responsibility onto themselves.
It's just such a strange year, you know, strange times. You know, we're all this is all first for all of us. We've never dealt with anything like this. It's just a weird period. Free agency hasn't started, you know. Can't sign with anybody. Yeah, definitely different. We kind of just going as we go along, trying to do the best we can.
For free agent Alex Smith, this really is a showing of dedication to what he seems to think is his best opportunity for the future, even if that means actively helping an eventual replacement get up to speed. For recent draft pick Colin Kaepernick, this is his first experience with something that even resembles on-the-job training with the Niners.
Getting the opportunity to be with the team and really getting that practice environment of everybody picking up on the playbook, learning timing of routes, things like that.
I thought it was a great week, a great turnout. You know, obviously it was just the offensive side of the ball. But guys came out. They were into it. They were hungry, you know, soaking up what we were putting in. So it was great work for us.
And it's not just Alex Smith pulling his Niners teammates together. The Raiders' Richard Seymour found a training facility in Atlanta to host his Oakland teammates for their own set of team-building drills weeks before Camp Alex in San Jose.
It's a great opportunity for us to get together. And like I said, we can't control what's going on with the lockout situation, but we just wanted to come out as a team, be ready to work. It's really good. It's really exciting to see the Oakland Raiders getting together here in the South.
Until the lockout ends, these informal get-togethers may be the best way to maintain team continuity and camaraderie away from team headquarters.
In an off-season, it's been so hard to focus on football. It's so nice to get around each other again. For the guys to come together, have that camaraderie, that was the best part, honestly.
All right, we might not have football, but no lockout in auto racing. NASCAR at Pocono today on what they call the Roval, half road course, half oval. And it was a big day for a Vallejo native who joins some NASCAR luminaries in the all-time wins column. We take you to the track. And the originator of Hand Down, Man Down, bringing some real candor to the Bay Area. The Warriors' new head coach, Mark Jackson, is full of sayings. We hear some of them tonight as he details his plan for Golden State. Here's our Sports Sunday trivia question. Who was the guest on the debut edition of Sports Sunday? Was it Jeff Garcia, Chris Mullen, Tim Hudson, or Owen Nolan? The answer coming up a little bit later as we go to break. Say hello to our old friend and frequent co-host during the football season, the greatest of all time, Jerry Rice, dancing with us just a bit here as he runs camera 3. You're watching Sports Sunday on NBC Bay Area.